I had done a list previously of my favorite deaths in comics, and these are the stupidest fucking deaths in comics, and honestly, they're all DC or Marvel, because these are the deaths that really, really annoyed me, and it's mostly because they were done for shock value, or they're just done for no absolute reason, or a plot device. Whatever the reason is, they're bad. So these are the stupidest, worst, idiotic deaths in comics. Let's go. Bart as the Flash when he dies. This is possibly one of the worst deaths ever. It's just a horrible death. Bart has become the Flash, finally, after his mentor goes missing. So within these 15 issues, 13 or 14 of them are being very slow, build-up stories that are really not interesting at all. But we have Bart age so quickly, but nothing really happens. Nothing at all interesting. But the Rogues decide, let's hunt him down. All the times that the Rogues have hunted down the Flash, they decided this time, when Bart's here, to become super deadly and friggin' kill him. This is easily one of the worst deaths ever in comics, and it's a disgrace to the Flash name. Coming at number 4 is Blob eats the Wasp. This is just a disgusting death. In the Ultimatum event, which is horrible, we have a lot of heroes die. But don't worry, I have another one on this list which is even more dumb than this one. But this death is just ugly to view. Wasp is shown being eaten by none other than the Blob. The fat creature, the fat mutant that everybody knows and never loses to. He's eating her, yes. Which at this point, he's actually, I think right before this event, is having like a redeeming arc in his story, and they just like ignore all that. Anyway, instead this crazy fat beast is eating her stomach. That's it. A founding member of the Avengers, just one panel of her getting eaten out, and not in the way that she'd like, and it's disgusting. It's horrible. It's a stupid waste of death. Just the worst. Coming at number 3 is Hulk from Civil War II. Not only was this death just used as a plot device, it just made no sense. So listen here. Hulk is nearly indestructible, right? But we need a conflict. So they give Clint, Hawkeye, an arrow. Yes, you heard me right. An arrow to kill Bruce before he becomes the Hulk. Now, this is the same Bruce who for years couldn't kill Hulk himself, right? You got that? He tried, but the Hulk stopped him every time. So somehow he secretly made an arrow that was able to kill him, but he couldn't do it himself, so he gave it to Hawkeye. And Hawkeye decided, okay, I will use my ultimate power of no powers to shoot you in the head at that time. Did this make sense at all so far? No? Good. Yes. Fuck this death. Coming at number 2 is Mary Jane's death in Spider-Man Dark Knight. Spider-Man Reign. In an off-screen death, thankfully, we learn that Peter is now alone in this world. MJ is dead, and our hero just lost the spirit to fight on. Now, how did she die? Was it a big bad? Was it, maybe she passed away naturally and Peter can't really cope with it? Was it world-shattering events? No. Spider-Man came inside her during sex, and his radioactive sperm killed her. So fuck this comic. And my number 1 worst death ever, in my opinion, one of the worst, if not the worst, is Nightcrawler in the Ultimatum event. So if you don't know who Nightcrawler is, and I can't believe if you wouldn't, he's the blue-looking devil with the mutant power to teleport. Yes, stay with me, teleport. So he can go anywhere he wants in a blink of an eye. In Ultimatum, since we're still on this horrible bullshit event, we have a tidal wave come into New York and kill a lot of people. Now, that makes sense for about 98% of deaths here, because it's a tidal wave and some people can't swim, and it's also a tidal wave in a city, so you're probably going to get smashed into a building and die and all that good stuff. So it would kill a lot of people. But you know who would be safe from it besides Aquaman? A goddamn teleporter, because he could teleport away from the tidal wave, out of the water. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you understand? This comic is so fucking stupid. This death is the stupidest death. I hate this comic. Listen, this is obviously a list of really horrible deaths that should have really never happened. They're either put in there for a plot device or just downright don't make sense, or they just are like a disgrace to the name of the character. Everything in this list is horrible. Now, there's more out there. Trust me. You can list them below. I'm sure you got a few in you. But these are some of the worst ever. And most of these comics really aren't worth reading because of what happened in these stories. But I hope you enjoyed the list. I hope I made you giggle a little. And I hope you enjoyed. Everybody have a good day.